Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about some very common misconceptions about twin flame journey. So the first most and the most important and very common one is the twin flame journey is for twin flame. That's the biggest misconception. The twin flame journey is actually for your ascension, and ascension doesn't mean you have to suffer. Ascension means cultivating peace, love, and joy within yourself in day to day life. It's not a one time achievement that, okay, you have to walk 10 kilometers and then you are going to get into your peace. It's about cultivating peace on a daily basis, on an hourly basis, on every minute. So, this journey is generally perceived as there is some person and you have to get that person, and this comes from lack, from if you're trying to grab anything outside yourself, like even if you are healing, even if you are doing your inner work, even if you are doing everything that needs to be done, which has been suggested by people who have achieved harmonious union and are still in harmonious union. So even if you have learned certain concepts and you are walking the path, but still, even after walking the path, many people have this misconception that, okay, now let me have this mask of being a student, and once I get my union, I won't need my mask. I won't have to do the inner work. Okay. So don't do your inner work for your twin flame. Do your inner work to get closer to God, to become love, to become peace, to become joy, to become your divine self. Because there will be circumstances where you will literally feel that you are in your union with your twin flame, you are having a very good life, but you will realize that the joy of union doesn't come from outside. Okay, it's just an expression, it's just a physical expression of your internal being, the internal being of joy, peace, and love with yourself and God. So the pain doesn't, like, this is a very common thing, is like, if you are in a human life, then it's meant to be painful, but that's not true. The and Your twin flame journey is bringing a lot of pain. That is also not true. The pain doesn't comes from your twin flame. The joy and the peace which is being shown by your twin flame is again not coming from the twin flame. It's coming from within you, and there is not a 1 second difference or a minute difference between what's going within and what's going outside. There is not even a fraction of difference. So if you are in peace, that manifests outside. So even when you are in union with your twin flame, uh, you will get to a point where you are feeling like, okay, you are getting everything now, and you might start thinking that, okay, what's next? uh, should I go deeper, or what should I do next? Okay, so this question of what's next I need to do, so that I can feel good, is again like you coming in union and trying to get something from the other person. Okay, probably that's when you will realize that, okay, uh, the good things that I am seeking now in my union is nothing but me seeking the good thing within myself. Okay, so probably there is a block within you or any upset within you, which you will clear, and you will get back to that joy, that love, and that peace. And as you will walk through this journey, you will get to know that uh, your twin flame is literally you, because it's a perfect mirror of all the good things and the pain that you have within yourself, and they are reflecting it perfectly. So yeah, so even when you are doing your inner work, never forget that this journey is not for your twin flame. This is journey for you coming back in your divine self, you having an awesome, amazing life with yourself. The best life you can have is the life where you are in peace, joy, love, blissed out most of the time. That's what you are seeking to feel outside. Okay, but it has to first get cultivated inside, and it will naturally, without your effort, uh, happen outside. Like, you don't need a probably a big car to really feel luxurious. Okay, you might just sit in a simple cozy chair and you might feel it to be a luxury, or vice versa. Okay, you might be in a luxurious car and still not feel very abundant, not feel very blissed out, right? So understand that it's it all comes from within. Okay. And it can manifest in different ways in reality. Your luxury can manifest through just a simple bicycle. You might have a lot of fun with your bicycle, a lot of luxury with your bicycle, and you might not feel the same luxury in the car. Okay, why does that happens? Because it is within. Okay. So this journey is about having a best life, and best life means cultivating all the good things within, and that can only be done through ascension, through healing. Okay. So that's the first misconception. The second common one is uh, that you have to do a lot of inner work to be in your union. You don't have to be completely perfect. You don't have to heal all the upsets to be in union. You can, even when you will get into your harmonious union, there will be upsets. Okay. So then why it happens that even after you healing so much, you don't get results, you don't get your union? It is because you might be healing something which is not the required healing. Okay. You might be healing the upset which is not the upset for your union right now. For example, if you separated because of the upset B and you are unaware about it, like why the separation happens and all those things, and if you started healing some different upsets, probably upsets C, D, E, or even A, instead of healing upset B, then even if after you healing and doing all the inner work, if you haven't touched this particular upset, you won't see your union happening even after doing your inner work. So how would you get to know that what's my upset? So the first thing is you have to, that is where surrender is needed. Like, we start healing with from our head, like, okay, this should be the list of upsets I need to clear, but the upset should come from universe or from god to you. And that can come only when, instead of you trying to search which upset I need to heal, you give all your upsets to god, or you claim to god that god, show me what's my next upset for my union. The moment you will claim it, some way or the other the upset is going to come to you. Like, that's your power of intention, that's your power of uh, being in ascension journey. It's not just about healing, you have also got your power to claim your union, to claim the next upset. Okay. And sometimes it can also be, it's not an upset that you need to heal, probably it's something, some next step is there, probably you need to take some physical action in your reality, and that will lead you towards your union. So you never know what is your next step, what and what is the right next step that will bring you union, rather than you trying to heal and heal and infinitely. So you will never know it until unless you surrender it to universe, surrender it to God, and let God and universe show you your next step towards your union. So yeah, this journey, as you will proceed forward, you will get to know that there is not even a tiny drop of effort that you will have to make from yourself, from your thought process, from your understanding. The only requirement for you in this journey, being the very first step where you will have to come back again and again, is surrender. Surrender to God, surrender to universe to show you the next step, the next upset, or the next anything. In surrender, you will never have an idea of what to do next. Okay, and that is the true surrender, and that is become where you reset yourself to get ready for the next step. So yeah, there is some confidence that comes in when you have got some experience in your healing, when you have got some results from your healing, and that also takes you away from the point of surrender. That also sometimes take you, you start relying on yourself a lot, and that doesn't lets you surrender. That it's like uh, you feel like now you won't need God, you won't need universe to show you, and you have got everything to proceed on your own. Okay, but as this journey grows, you will have to surrender deeper and deeper, more. Even you will have to surrender all the confidence also that you have, uh, that you have got. Okay, so yeah, this is the second one. And the another misconception about this journey is you are meant to suffer a lot. So suffering happens only when you are trying to control, only when you are trying to resist your heart, and when you are trying to follow your head, trying to follow the ego, the lack, when you are trying to build boundaries, when there should, when it is actually a wall, you try to protect yourself from upsets. That is when this journey becomes suffering. The moment you stop resisting what's your heart is uh, taking you towards, the moment you stop resisting your heart, that is when you will feel a smooth flow in this journey. That's when you will really learn. Most people start this journey as if, okay, I have this person, I have got a person so and so who is my twin flame. So now I'm going to just close off my heart. I'm going to be very vigilant about protecting my heart, about not being vulnerable, and let the other person give me everything that I deserve from a perfect partner, which is a very wrong conception about this journey, about your twin flame. Your twin flame is going to strike off all the walls, and that brings triggering, that brings upset. Even the triggering feels like trigger and not a mirror, because you're trying to control or resist things. You're trying to, you're fearful. Basically, the wall is nothing but a fear. Okay, and this journey will demand you, like the only purpose of this purpose of you being in this journey is to clear all the fear, all the pain from within yourself. And if you try to protect it very long, you will have a very unhealthy journey. Okay, so when you already know that you can't protect because that is a suffering, and when you know that there is just one way to proceed forward, the journey will get easier if you accept the reality that you can't slow down and you can't pedal very hard or you can't pedal very slow or put brakes or something, or the only thing you need is just surrender to the things, surrender to your heart, surrender to your feelings instead of surrendering to your ego. Don't the ego, the that protection is just uh, keeping you in victim mindset, keeping your victim within yourself. Another misconception about this journey is most people think that they can go through all the concepts, and or they can read their twin flames mind, how they think, how they process, and they can try to use these points to keep them with themselves. Basically, you are trying to depend upon your head too much with all the skills you have, like to understand the next people and put up a mask according to the requirements, and then so that you can keep that your twin flame with you. And that is something you will find very very difficult with your twin flame. You could have managed your life uh, before this journey started, but now you will see that you are not able to do that with, specifically with your twin flame. You won't be able to do that, and the reason is because your twin flame journey demands you to be in your divine self. And if you are relying very much in your head, that means you are relying upon your fears and ego, and you are living life from place of fear and ego. And your twin flame can always sense you from within, so they will mirror it instantly, or after it will get mirrored. Okay, so the more you will surrender your head, the more you will surrender all your skills and come to a zero point where, because only when you are empty, God can move through you, universe can move through you, and can bring results in a much efficient and faster way than you can ever imagine. Like surrender can bring you things that you never thought would bring so much of joy, peace, and love to you, and so fast and so easy and so effortless, and such in such a balanced way that it really fills your heart, where you will really start loving your life instead of suffering. Okay, like most people don't like their life. That's a very harsh truth of uh, reality. That's a very harsh truth. Most don't even accept it. Okay, but you are blessed with this journey, so that because somewhere you have chosen to heal and move out of this pain. This lifetime is given to you not for your twin flame, uh, but it is given for you to create heaven here, and you won't have to die to get heaven, right? You can create heaven is here. You just need to create it. Okay, and that is already there. It's not like you will create it. You just have to remove all the layers of peel off all the layers of fear and ego, and the more you clean up, and you will find that there the heaven was already there, and it has been waiting for you. So heaven means a life full of peace, life full of bliss, love, and joy. So that's all for today. Have a great day. Take care.